Hello everyone, this is Krishna Gopal Sarma, lecturer in Mechanical Department of Pravin Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. Today we will discuss about renewable energy technologies, which is a subject in 6th semester of Mechanical Engineering. Today we will discuss about unit number 2, which is a solar photovoltaic systems. In this we will study about introduction of solar photovoltaic, that is SPV system, classification of photovoltaic system, panels types and batteries and other accessories. So let's start with its introduction. So let's start with its definition. A solar cell or PV photovoltaic cell is an electrical device that converts the solar energy, that is light energy or electromagnetic energy, directly into DC electric power. This makes the PV system far more convenient and compact compared to thermal method of solar energy conversion. It uses the energy of visible and infrared regions of the solar radiation for conversion into electric power. So actual power delivered by the solar cell varies with the intensity of radiation in order to get desired voltage, current and power. Solar cells are connected in series and parallel. A single solar cell has a rated voltage of about 0.45 volt, DC rated power of about 0.33 watt and current of 0.75 amperes. So let's see its advantages. It converts solar energy directly into electrical energy without having to go through other thermal processes. Solar cells are reliable, modular, durable and generally maintenance free. These are compatible with all environments and their response is instantaneous. They can be installed at the places of utility, hence avoids the problem of transmission of power as in case of conventional and solar power system. They are more long lasting with stable performance for a lifespan of more than 20 years or more. Great amount of flexibility in power capacities and hence selection is very easy. Simple stand-alone system for use at remote location can be built. So let's see its disadvantages. Conversion efficiency of solar cell are very low and is of order of only 30% only. To cater for the low intensity of solar radiation, large area is needed to generate sufficient power. Solar cell materials are very costly. Also, solar cell materials are costly. Due to this, cost of solar photovoltaic system is very high. These are not economically competitive with other solar energy conversion devices. Solar energy is intermittent. It varies with place and time of the day and day of the year. So now let's see PN junction. When a P-type and N-type semiconductors are joined together, we get a PN junction at the boundary of two junctions. This is because the electrons in the N-type semiconductor will get attracted by the positive charge of P-type semiconductor and they will move across the junction. Similarly, the holes in the P-type semiconductor will diffuse to the N-type semiconductors. Once the diffusion is complete, there shall be no further diffusion. After this, at P junction, a permanent electric field will be established. PN junction are formed by processes called implanting, diffusion or growing N-type impurity in P-type semiconductor or P-type impurity in N-type semiconductor. When PN junction receives energy in the form of light or heat, the potential gradient increases and leads to a current flow. When the current flow is caused due to the incidence of light, it is called a photovoltaic current. Basics of photovoltaics. Photovoltaic materials. There are number of materials showing photovoltaic properties. The commonly used material are silicon, cadmium, gallium arsenide. These have comparatively better performance over the other materials having solar photovoltaic properties. The materials have to be fabricated in the form of arrays. The process of fabrication is very costly. Basic principle of operation, that is conductors, they have large number of free electrons which are free to move. Hence, when a potential is applied, these electrons move at a velocity towards the positive electrode, leading to the generation of an EMF. Insulators, these materials do not have any free electrons and hence they never conduct electricity. Semiconductors, these are in between a conductor and insulator. They have free electrons, few electrons in the orbit, which enables them to partially conduct electricity. When a semiconductor is in a crystalline form, they are arranged in a orderly array. They have either 4 or 5 electrons only, but when certain impurities are introduced, their conductivity increases considerably. Applications of solar photovoltaic systems. Various applications of solar photovoltaic systems are remote lighting system, water pumping, water treatment, emergency power, portable power supplies, power source to satellites, toys, watches and calculators. That's all in this unit. Thank you all.